Hey there, it's Angela Hochman here. Thank you so much for tuning in to STL TV, where you get to experience St. Louis. Okay, I am so giddy today because we're going to the circus. We're not really going, but I have the executive director / artistic director of Circus Flora, the one and only Jack Marsh. Hey, Jack.
Hey, how's it going?
Amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We're gearing up for an incredible season of Circus Flora.
I'm telling you, it kicks off and will last the entire month of June. Talk about the next show that Circus Flora is putting up.
So it's called Undercover. It is an international spy thriller. And we have just some incredible, exciting, a lot of kind of dangerous circus acts that we're bringing together and writing a narrative around.
Wait, you said something so intriguing to me. You write these circus performances. That has never occurred to me. I go and you just watch and you're amazed and in awe. But so how does the writing come into circus acts?
Yeah, so we, first and foremost, we're a circus, a traditional circus. We have the most incredible circus performers in the world, but then we structure a show around a narrative. So we're as much theater as we are circus. And so we create a concept for a show, and then with the performers, turn them into characters within that story, and sort of write a through line that weaves its way through these incredible circus acts.
Bringing me back to film school with the through line. I love it. So this show is made for, we want to say, kids of all ages, kids and adults, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's a great family outing, certainly, but it's also great for adults. I mean, people see it as a great date night or taking a family of any age, corporate outings. Like it's great for all sorts of people. We don't, it's not only a kids show. It's not only an adults show. It's something for. We think of it like a Pixar movie or something like that, where it's something that hits at all levels.
Now we're talking. Fun for the whole family. So you have been involved with Circus Flora basically since you were born. Talk about your life in the circus. Yeah,
so my mother is Cecil McKinnon, who's our director and is a performer. She does a white-faced clown, sort of the storyteller / ringmaster of Circus Flora.
Okay.
And she's been involved since the beginning in 1986, when I was about 2 years old. As you do when your family is involved in the circus, you grow up around it and you get interested in it. You learn skills and learn to do things. If your world is seeing people juggle or do acrobatics or be an aerialist or whatever, you just want to try that yourself, and you get very excited about it. So I grew up juggling and doing acrobatics in Circus Flora. I
didn't know you juggle. If I had something, I'd say, here, quick, juggle, show me a trick. That is amazing. I love that it's in your whole family.
Yeah. It's something that I just love the circle of it, because we're performing for St. Louis families. Obviously, my mother and myself were related, but then the Flying Walendas are a tight wire family. There's in this upcoming show, there's a Globe of Speed act, motorcycles racing around a globe, and their family. So and then also we just we all live with each other on the lot in trailers behind it. Family is such an important part of what we do, and we very quickly become our own family, and then we're welcoming other families into our house, as it were. It's this really beautiful thing that I think it really is a way to come and see a show with your family and get closer to them, get close to us. It's a really warm feeling to come to Circus Flora.
Absolutely. So how long has Circus Flora been around? You've been involved for 35 plus years.
Yeah, since I was there at the beginning. So 1986 was when Circus Flora was founded. So this is going to be our 37th season as St. Louis' own circus.
So this is not a traveling circus, right? Some people, unfortunately, might not be familiar with Circus Flora.
Yeah.
So this is a St. Louis-based nonprofit, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. So obviously our most visible thing that we do each year is our Big Top production in every June. But year-round, we have a program called Clowns on Call, which is a program where we send clowns into area children's hospitals. We have a great partnership with SSM Health Cardinal Glennon, where the clowns who are very, these great sensitive performers who know how to either, quietly strum the ukulele or be big and fun and funny for kids. And it's something that really helps kids deal with a very scary experience by having some levity to it and having kind of jokey partners in it. It's really a beautiful program that we run year-round in St. Louis. We also partner with nonprofits locally in a program called Share the Circus, where we give away thousands of free tickets to other St. Louis nonprofits as a way to bring more people into our tent who might not otherwise be able to come.
Yes, and let's talk about this tent. Okay, I've only been to the Big Top for like a show, the Hanukkah Hullabaloo or something that, but it is designed, it is an actual circus top.
Yes, it's a classical circus tent. There's a very famous Italian tent producer who made this tent.
Really?
For Circus Flora years and years ago. We've since been partnering with and been supported by the Kranzberg Arts Foundation, who operates this tent as a year-round venue. It's at the Big Top and down in Grand Center. So it's something that is a totally unique space for a concert or for a graduation or a wedding or whatever might be there. But then obviously it's very well suited to us, Circus Flora.
Doesn't get better.
It's kind of what it was originally made for, and so we put it to great use every June.
And I'm telling you, because it is in the round, there's not a bad seat in the house.
Yeah, it's something incredible. Where, the quote-unquote worst seat in the house is something like 25 feet away from the circus ring. So you're, even from those seats, you're still seeing the expression on people's faces. You're still seeing sweat drip from their brows. You're still like getting this visceral sense of this incredible stuff that they're doing.
Right. So like you said, you grew up in this industry. This show is chock full of performers of all types. You mentioned a few. I mean, there are aerialists, there are contortionists, there are high wire teams that are going to perform. Do you have a favorite, or is there something very nostalgic or that you look forward to the most, Jack?
You're putting me on the spot. I think it's there's so much that I'm excited about this show. I mean, there's some folks who are familiar faces for people who've come to Circus Flora. The Flying Walendas have worked with us over a number of years. This world famous high wire walking family. Circus Harmony's St. Louis Arches are a local favorite of tumblers from their youth acrobatics program. But this show has these incredible new acts as well that I think will feel very fresh and exciting to Circus Flora audiences. I would say there's an element of danger in a lot of acts that you might not normally expect. So there's Mr. and Mrs. G perform a crossbow act. So think William Tell shooting an apple off of somebody's head.
Yeah.
That'll be happening under the Big Top.
Oh my gosh.
The Globe of Speed is motorcycles zooming around a
some
giant
Evel
metal
Knievel
sphere.
stuff.
Yep. Well, the Walendas are their own element of danger. There's a woman named Laura Lippert who's also from she travels internationally, but she's from St. Louis and
cool.
performing in this show. She does an act called a hair hang act, meaning exactly what it sounds like.
She like Rapunzel?
Exactly. Yes, she has this incredible long hair, but when she can clip it up and then get yanked up by a rope.
That's her real hair?
Yeah. There's no trick to it.
Oh my gosh, there she is. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hope she doesn't get a headache after that.
She's fine.
That is incredible. I mean, that is why this Circus Flora it provides unforgettable memories for families. Like you said, some of the acts may or may not be a little bit dangerous, but not for the people watching, okay? It's a completely safe, fun, family-friendly show. There are a couple special nights as part of your June spectacular. Talk about how opening nights are a little bit different than any other opening night.
Yeah, so the first performance we do is on June 1st, and it's our peanut-free preview, meaning it's something where we scrub down the tent and we don't allow peanut products in or near the tent leading up to it, and then we welcome families with anybody with a peanut allergy to come and be able to see a circus, which I think is a rarity. Yeah, I think for us, we try to be as inclusive as possible, and obviously it's a universal art form. Like you can bring anybody to Circus Flora and they're going to have a great time. But then you also, as we start thinking about what inclusivity means, it means also reaching out to folks who might not otherwise get to come to Circus Flora. So through our Share the Circus program, giving away tickets to other nonprofits, through our peanut-free preview, making it something where if you have a peanut allergy, you can still come and experience the magic under the Big Top. We also have a show called our sensory-friendly performance, where we make just slight alterations to the show. The house lights are up and the music levels are a bit lower, and making it something for kids or adults on the autism spectrum to be able to come and experience Circus Flora, and just create a safe space for anybody to come.
I mean, you truly are walking the walk with inclusivity and really just making this something for everybody to celebrate. Thank you for making it so accessible too, by the way. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're like less than a week or about a week or so away from Circus Flora kicking off. The show is called Undercover. Again, it will be an unforgettable night. This thing is going on during the entire month of June, well, most of June. So check it out, grab your tickets. circusflora.org is where you're gonna find all of the details. And I mean, how fun is Grand Center? Make a night of it. Grab a bite to eat before, go see the show. Just enjoy all that the art scene has to offer. Jack, thank you so much for taking time out to talk with me. I wish you the best of luck in this show, and your mom.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
and
we're
the
so
hair
excited.
person too. I mean, this show is going to be wild, I can tell. I will be there with my family. That is going to do it right now on STL TV, but we invite you to check out all of our social media. We've got all sorts of fun stuff going on, and of course, STLTV.net is where you can find lots of information about who we are at STL TV and all sorts of great programming we've got coming up. So that's going to do it. Keep it locked right here where you get to experience St. Louis. We'll see you next time.